this. Let's see how long it lasts tonight.
Kicking off, Thomas Clucky out of Oregon, Ohio. Chip Tran wants to bring it up, and he's hammered. Wide receivers that will be in the game during the course of the evening. Quick out to Emeka. Nothing doing for Henderson. The evening progresses. 3rd down and 2.
The strength is their corners, and obviously on the offensive side, it's their tackles, Tim.
And a 1st down for Travion. There's the secondary, very young. They lost a couple of players to the NFL draft a year ago. Little bubble screen, and it's taken by Marvin Harrison. And there goes Henderson again. He'll cut it back. In pass game, you're going to have to accept that. And the Buckeye players do. Play fake. Looping it down the sideline to Stover. Cade Stover.
They can pick on him a little bit, and they're going to try to work on him.
38-yard pickup and a 1st down. A textbook drive so far to open the game for Ohio State. Anderson.
Nice vision.
Henderson.
Wonderful.
Henderson. Touchdown.
High school around the Houston area.
Noah Ruggles with the extra point. Definitely will hit the 100,000 mark. Jaden Fielding will kick it away. He handles kickoff chores. And Jaquez Stewart will let that one go through the end zone for a touchdown. Yes, his setback on 1st down from the 25.
Nice.
Giving him an opportunity to throw a pass that's safe.
Inside zone here. Yep. Nope, he's running it.
He did. Look at that.
Yeah.
In the open field, he's so dangerous.
Is that in and just grabs it off his fingertips, turns his body, and they're going with him.
Plenty of time, and he lets it fly incomplete.
Nice. They're opening this up for him to run.
Big time. Looking long, and he's got his man. That's Zyros. Thomas Zyros. And a touchdown, Toledo. That rocket crowd in the end zone is loving it.
And Timmy, here's a twins formation for you. Call it a nod. And here you go. 84 delivers a Greek treat for you. All the way to the house. Pinpoint right where it needed to be.
Lucky for the extra point. How about that answer?
And he had a dream on that pass, and he answered big time, and he showed us exactly what he can do. He came in, Tim, as the team's leading rusher at 138 yards. So Jim Knowles, the defensive coordinator for Ohio State, has got an answer. Got to have it himself.
To help put away Notre Dame in week 1. And they go with the wide receiver pattern to Marvin Harrison. And Spencer, that was almost 6. It was Nate Bauer that came over to make a saving tackle after a 17-yard gain.
Well, you can see this little pivot route. He just keeps his eyes up and aware. It's this little 5-yard route, right? A looky route. Turns it upfield and makes a couple of guys miss, gets extra yards.
McDonald took a bad angle, and he shrugged him off without a problem. They go sweep to Williams. Ryan Williams past midfield, so it counts for Stroud. I mean, 6 out of 6. Williams one more time. Deontay Johnson helped make that stop. He's an outstanding defensive end.
Yes, got him.
There it is, post pattern, and it is caught. Inside the 15 to the 10, Cade Stover targeted for a second time. And for the second consecutive time, he's into the red zone.
You've been doing your homework, because we've been talking about those post routes. That was a skinny post. You nailed it.
Yep.
He didn't bend it very hard. He stayed vertical, and that's what made it work. You see how he's just kind of bending slightly so? And when you've got a safety hovering around there, man, you don't want to start bending that to the middle of the field. Fortunately, it was a too deep look, and the middle of the field was wide open. Why see
a receiver than that? Out of the gun, Williams. And this is where he did damage a bit more in 2022.
No question about it.
CJ loads up again, and it is in the corner.
That's a touchdown
to Marvin Harrison. This is some catch. You noticed I paused ever so slightly to give him the touch because the officials did, but look at that.
Tim, they love to isolate their receivers on the outside, right?
Oh.
And Quinyon Mitchell tried to defend him, Tim, but he was just not in a position to do it. You cannot defend the guy.
Ruggles for the extra point. Just a thing of beauty for Marvin Harrison Jr. His fourth touchdown reception, number 7 in an illustrious career that's still got a long way to go at this level. Yards, just 6 plays. Cade Stover again with the pass play to set up the touchdown. Stover with a couple of after a pretty outstanding start for him. The handoff is to Micah Kelly, and he's stopped.
Well, it's actually going to slow down even more. Trips formation inside. Let's see what this does. Nice job.
Nothing doing behind the chains.
How about this? A 4 cross looker. He's playing safe. He still got rushed.
Yeah, 3rd and 15. He just has to let it go.
By Jim Knowles.
Jonathan Batsky will punt it away, and the left footer gets off a beautiful punt. Here's Abuka. As I said, he had one to the house last week that was called back because of a roughing the kicker. This time, through the years, they've just had so many.
Unsportsmanlike conduct. 20 for Toledo, 4 for Ohio State. The penalty portion offsets.
From this ball. For me, I'm looking at the top or the bottom, down here low, inside, right there.
Mayan Williams.
There you go.
I mean, they just
the game down so they can read and react.
Plenty of time. CJ loads up again into traffic. It's caught. It's Harrison. It's touchdown.
Beautiful pass, Tim, but it should have been intercepted. And that's the difficult truth. I mean, take nothing away.
Yeah, he jumped too early.
Yeah, but you should have seen just prior to that, he comes to the point and he runs right past the ball.
From the 3, Williams met at the point of attack. Getting enough of his body to get him out of
got him
bounds.
wide open.
Wide open and missed him.
Doctor.
Williams the lone setback. Everyone in tight. They go 2.
That's a great defensive play.
And a great defensive play. Abuka is in though. Wow. I thought they got him out. Now the Buckeyes have had it 3 times.
In Tulsa, and it was 3-3 after the first
Yes,
quarter.
it was. There's a level of confidence in Maryland.
He's a big guy, man, a big load.
Yeah, you know, Micah Kelly had carried
right play.
Play fake to Boone, and the option to run for this guy is always good.
Yep.
Always good. He gets right to the sticks.
Put their hand down. Little slight adjustments along the line of scrimmage. There you go. See that? 35.
Nothing doing. Nothing to get outside. Surprised me a little bit on that 3rd down and 1 call. Abuka awaits the punt and goes up, set far behind his quarterback. A pistol look. And then across the middle it is caught. That's Smith and Jigba. 18.5 yards. So these are routes that are right down the seam and down the sideline. And here goes Williams. Carries for 39 now for Williams. Making 6 carries.
Wow.
For about 49 now.
Yep, Brady came up,
showing the
yeoman's work.
The versatility in their talents. C.J. Stroud lets it fly again to the sideline, and that's another tremendous catch by Stover.
Chris McDonald was again in coverage, Tim, and they're working on him. You know, when they find somebody that they can have success again, they keep coming back. Excellent job of Stroud extending this play out here and avoiding Deshaun Johnson, the defensive tackle who was out in front of him, number 1. That's just great athleticism, man. All day to throw, protection. Whopper, Matthew Jones, Dwan Jones, Donovan Jackson.
As deep as
Ohio State cat blitz, so you got to be careful.
There goes Williams against it, and he's got it down to the 5-yard. Play fake to the corner. It's incomplete.
That's beautiful, man.
On 3rd and goal.
He got him right over. It's late.
Stroud using his legs, keeps the play alive, and it's going to be incomplete. That ball was being, are they saying touchdown? I thought the ball was moving there, but they're saying touchdown to Julian Fleming. They may need to take a look at that one. We'll see.
Well, one thing about it, the accuracy of C.J. Stroud, I talked about at the top of the show, this is 2.0 right here. He's going to his right, and look at that. He's got control.
That's a great catch.
He's got that left foot down.
I thought the ball moved, but just the tip of the ball was high.
Now he's holding.
Fleming's first catch.
Last year against Tulsa, well, it was what, 14-7 going into the fourth quarter? Now, they distanced themselves late.
It was a 6-point game with 10:25 left. Well, Ohio State has 287, maybe sooner than we thought. They go to the wide receiver screen, and Newton goes ahead to the 26%. Kenny Boone in the backfield. Here comes the rush off the edge, and it collapsed on him. Ohio State had him bracketed that time, nowhere for him to go. And Tyleik Williams, along with Eichenberg, collaborate. That's a loss of 3.
And Jean Baptiste, those guys were all collaborating and coming to the football again. But look what they're doing this with 3 down linemen. If you're able to affect that kind of pressure, and look at the security there, and what they're able to sort it out fast enough.
Spencer, they have not rolled him out since the opening series.
Well, it's tough because they're pinching on him from the rush.
Yep.
They're coming at him at a 45-degree angle. He's elusive.
I mean, he's your offense. You got to allow that guy to get extra time, either to throw it by rolling him out, or maybe have a moment to get a little window right there, and he did.
But see,
look what he did with it.
They're inviting him to run. You see those huge gaps in there? You got 2 guys, the guard and the center, that are dealing with the nose tackle. Those huge gaps, they're saying, look, we'll let you go in the middle. You're just not going to beat us on the outside.
Oh, that's a beautiful pass. He slung it. Boone remains in the backfield. This is a huge series to open the second quarter.
Here comes the safety blitz.
And they go a little bubble screen out to Maddox.
Inviting him to run the ball here.
Out pattern. And is broken up. Zyros, who had the touchdown catch, the intended receiver, and he was undercut by the Buckeyes' Cameron Brown.
Well, we've seen Jim Knowles do miracles with less talent. That's not a common to run against this.
In trouble. Gets away from it. Ad-libbing now as best he can, and he just dumps it. Gets out of there.
Yeah, man.
Territory. 4th and 5. Over the middle, and it's caught. First down. Inside. Moved over to tackle with Carter Foudy out. And there's Penny Boone. Right up the gut. Nothing doing for Kelly.
He's got protection. You got to move away from that. There you go. Good job.
Finn. Look at him go. Daquan Finn to the pylon. Touchdown. This guy is single-handedly keeping Toledo in it. I know the Chippewas felt like they had to make a coaching change.
I think we said already tonight he came in with 138 yards rushing. He's the leading rusher on this team.
And a fair catch is called.
Yep.
After an opening series, he's been in the locker room. We're working to find out his status for the rest of the evening. That remains the setback.
Tight bunch formation.
And they've got a convoy now in front of Emeka at Buckeye. There he goes. That was just a perfectly planned wide receiver screen, and he had a convoy in front of him.
Egbuka could have actually waited a little bit. I mean, sometimes, look, the guy's made a great play, right? But if 34 is out there blocking for him, just wait on him a little bit. 18's got inside leverage. You can.
Williams.
College football.
2nd down and 8. And here's Stroud with
release.
There you go.
Release.
He's going to go.
State 2.
Out of the shotgun. It's Williams.
Great read.
Big hole. And you're right, he made it outstanding by halftime, hopefully. Williams cutting it back. Yards after contact.
Yep, back wide open.
There it is. Back in the end zone. Harrison, touchdown. And for some of you young folks that think when I mention his father and calling his games, you think I'm talking about when he was catching him from Manning. You know, I'm talking about when he was in college, too, at Syracuse.
Yeah, and here's the crazy thing about it. What a wonderful control, feet down. With Mayan Williams, number 3, the running back, was wide open. The Rockets had an answer for neither one of them. But look at the ball. Nice air underneath it. Everybody got preoccupied with underneath.
Cerebral, Spencer. He is a route runner. He's a route runner very much like his father.
Yep.
And it just has a cerebral approach to the game.
I just think it's a comfort level. I mean, it is a mind, but the design of the play helps him get open.
The second Buckeye player to have a pair of 3-touchdown receiving games in his career. Joey Galloway had multiple touchdown games in 93 and 94. That is big-time company to be in. To have that guy have autonomy to run that side of the football, and that's what he's doing. That's
he's a blanket as far as defensive schemes are concerned.
Stewart.
Integrity.
That's what you want to see more of. Still, he's in trouble, but look at that ad-lib. Look at that ad-lib. I mean, this surprised if he called his own number here. Slant, incomplete. Should have been caught. Jerquan Newton was. The Buckeyes back deep, awaiting the punt from Batsky. Bearcats shadowed line, their third running back. Alan Hayden is in the game, and he'll set sail. And a yard to go. Hayden for 19 yards and a touchdown for him. A little curl pattern. It's taken in by Julian Fleming. And Stroud, who normally does not use his legs, does here. And gets it to the 40-yard line. Stopped by Bauer. Gain of 4, and they'll move the sticks.
What they tried to do was clear it out. He saw that single safety, thinking maybe I can beat one. And that's his job. You know, a lot of times, like the old option game, does a wonderful job of making one guy commit, getting away from him, and just making a great decision. I think it was a wonderful call on his part. But I mean, couldn't.
Plenty of time in the pocket. That's been the issue all night. And there is Harris. Season that Urban had at Utah. That was going to be something else for them, but Ohio State just denied them. Here goes Hayden again. On the field. Can't get off the field on third down. On first down, here's Hayden again. Wow. Really bright guy, as centers often are. Well, it's the first time we've seen him flushed. Lets it go, and on the comebacker, he gets it into the hands of Hayden, and we got a marker down.
Yeah, he released into the teeth of that front for the Rockets. Again, Nick Rossi and company and Bergen.
I think we may have a hold on the Rockets here. That's the preliminary indication. Here's Greg Long.
Holding. Defense, number 2. 10-yard penalty, automatic. First down.
Deontay Johnson must be saying, this isn't fair.
Yeah, that's a shame, too, because Deshaun Johnson, the defensive tackle, number 1 in 56, Terrence Taylor did a wonderful job of flushing him to his side.
Yeah. Third time in the last 5 years.
Block, miss.
Yep. And there goes Hayden. Plenty of time to work with here.
Got him, 1-0.
There's the curl. It's caught. It's touchdown. It's Fleming.
Sometimes all you have to do is just come off the ball. The bunch formation, you see the communication on the opposite side. Forrest behind it, they're trying to sort this thing out. And because they don't get the communication in, bottom line is he sits down in the middle of that zone. And once again, that's what happens when you see that bunch formation. Deontay Johnson, number 2, the will.
Well, both Smith and Jigba and Fleming have been heard of in tonight's game. You could argue they came in here feeling a lot better about themselves than Tulsa did at this time a year ago.
No question.
And Tulsa was in the game until relatively the setback. Toledo's got to move fast if they want to do anything. They might just say, hey, we're going to run it out. 15th career start. And this is the 7th time he's
nice
thrown at least.
recovery.
Yeah. What an impressive first half for him. As you see, Mike, we're going to entertain you as best we can with this enormous amount of offensive talent that the Buckeyes bring to the fray. And Toledo, again, they've not played kinds of voiceover work from his Sugarland studios. Penny Boone is in there, and look at him go.
But they're going to need more than just those inside runs, Tim. They're going to need a lot more. That's what they need.
Pressure off the edge, and there's the pick. That's the one thing they were looking for. An interception. And it's taken away by Ronnie Hickman.
Yep. Ronnie was lurking in that free safety position, all 6'1", 207 of them, DePaul Catholic. And Jimmy, he read it like a computer, squeezed it. The quarterback made the right throw in terms of where he wanted to go, but the speed and athleticism to close those gaps, you see he's giving him the invitation to throw it. Halving on the numbers and then closing. That's what you want from a safety, range. And that's exactly what Hickman delivers.
9-yard return by Hickman after we touched on it during halftime. We were prophetic there.
Play, but a miss.
And here's Hayden. The distance? Maybe not. I think he was pushed out at the 3 by Chris McDonald. That's a 45-yard gallop by Dallin Hayden.
And Timmy Deshaun Johnson, the defensive tackle #1. We're just going to be able to see the back end of it. There's a down player down, a down rocket player. He's out of bounds just before he gets.
Take long, did it?
Another missed tackle.
Tackles. 2nd and goal. It's Hayden. Pushed back at the 1. They go I formation. Hayden dotting the I.
Fullback
they go
action.
fullback, the H-back. And that's Rossi. And it's touchdown. Fooled them with the old fullback that time. Yeah, they do meathead football. No, it's a different, this is the linebacker.
Oh, okay.
Bobby Carpenter. I know which one you're thinking of, Rob Carpenter.
Yeah, Rob Brando's band. You were a percussionist, weren't you?
Yeah, I played the drums.
Okay.
Yeah, played a little Wipeout.
Yeah.
Sang a few songs, Me and My Shadow, a little too old to cut the mustard anymore. That one goes through the end zone for a touchback. Those were his 2 things that he wanted most. Here's Finn rolling to the right. On a crossing pattern, he finds his man. That's Blinken's.
Inside zone, nice job reading.
Penny Boone.
Yeah.
You know, he's really run well. He's been in the MAC. They were preseason #2 in the MAC West. It's going to help them as time goes on because this kind
running back.
Boone remains the setback out of the shotgun, gets the delay, and just back to the line of scrimmage were for Ohio State coming in on both sides of the ball. Stewart is the setback now, and it's a quarterback draw. Well, no, it's an RPO, and he goes back on an obvious passing down.
Oh, he got the wheel route.
Yeah,
oh, my God,
out.
he missed it.
He is so fast. Now he looks for some help deep. And it is caught. And it is touchdown, Jerwan Newton. That is right out of Johnny football. That is Newton, the sophomore from St. Pete. He averages 20 yards per catch. So he quarterback.
We shouldn't be surprised, though, Tim.
No, not at all. Abuka takes the fair catch. Well, tomorrow, Tom offensively, and he mentioned right away the 08 Oklahoma team. Little curl pattern that's caught by Abuka.
He's been among the best of them.
And it's a little bubble screen thrown out to Abuka. That's
see, this is the mind game right here. Ohio State needs to buckle down and execute their offense. It's not going to be a game of 2 halves here. That's where that frustration from Day is coming from.
Offense number 53, 5-yard penalty, 3rd down.
Well, they got the center Whippler.
And if you look at Abuka of #2 up top, he goes off of the movement as well. He's the one that.
3rd down and 8.
Nice.
This one is caught. Coming back, Abuka. And another 1st down. And yet again.
Job, got great protection inside. And that late release by his back, but that ball is a dart. Delivered in zone. Off to the races again.
Late substitution.
Really love it out of this formation.
Over the middle, and that ball is tipped away. Could have. And 6 or longer tonight. It's Hayden, and they stop him. Those little wedge shots on the end to over punt. Let's see what happens here.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, perfect.
Oh, man.
He was right on cue, right? A lot of history at a lot of MAC schools in college football. And we've got a marker down. I think we got procedure.
Yeah.
False False start. Offense number 1. Half the distance to go. First down.
After Matt Campbell left for Iowa State. This is Penny Boone territory.
Number top.
From the 1. Pressure off the edge. Pass is incomplete. Thrown in the vicinity of Newton, who was blanketed by J.K. Johnson, number 4. 3rd and 10.
Try to get rid of this one. Boone's in the backfield providing protection right there, trying to get it away to the short side of the field. The 4-man rush, they got the numbers.
Throw it on a screen, look to Boone, and it is diagnosed beautifully. Only a gain of 2 on the pound by Ohio State, as it turned out. Booted away by Batsky. Another marker down with Abuka waiting. And he'll let it bound inside the midfield stripe and down at the 46, where Ohio State will take over. But we'll check the flag. 51-yard boot.
That will back him up even further.
Sideline interference warning. Ohio State bench. There's no yardage associated. First down, Toledo.
So that boot that we thought measured 51 did not.
Oh, the deep over.
Right there. And the Buckeye has it again.
Here comes blitz.
Hayden will take it. And Hayden remains the lone setback on 2nd and goal. Play fake. Let's see, which great receiver do I want to throw it to? Stroud with all kinds of time. And now throws it away. Good defensive coverage that time on the back end of the Rockets defense.
Yeah, and you had Kayvon Butler, number 52, chasing him, man. He was trying to avoid him, but guys trying to get open on the back end. I want you to watch 52 again. Does a nice job of creating that pressure. But he's open in the back of the end zone. But then wonderful job of moving lateral. Once you run out of real estate, you have to go sideways and allow your quarterback to use the real estate and find an opportunity. Stay open, stay alive, don't go vertical. Particularly against this reduction.
Stroud over the middle of Buka, touchdown.
Watch Big 77 right there, Tim, after this play. Delivers it. Protection, awesome.
While I was at Malone Stadium,
you were running those cart machines. You weren't spinning.
I was playing those 4 tracks.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The cart machines.
Oh, man. Through the end zone, touchback. And last week,
for real, man,
would be a trouble team for the Longhorns to play. They're trailing by 3 in the 2nd quarter. Micah Kelly is in the backfield. When he gets it beyond the 30, it's a scrum. Maybe Arkansas.
I really love Arkansas's running backs, man. They got good skill players.
And KJ Jefferson's a heck of a quarterback, too. This
close to the line of scrimmage, they're coming.
Begging him to throw. Begging him to throw, and he does.
And he beats coverage.
Deep, and it is just beyond the outstretched arms of Mikhail Barkley. Oh, it looked really good, as though he had enough air underneath that pass.
He almost beat KJ Johnson on that play. He had him. I mean, he's a redshirt freshman that's out there on that corner, man, and that's a no man's territory right there. Everybody's shooting at you at that corner. You got to be stout. You got to know what you're doing. You got to have ultimate confidence.
I'm impressed with the arm of Finn, though, Spence. He's got a really good touch on the ball. Here comes the punt from Batsky, and back deep.
Nice.
Jaden Ballard takes it in at his 16-yard line. Ballard cuts it back up and gets out to the come up with it. Richard Lewis. Alan Hayden, great one, waiting in the wings here at Ohio State. Hayden.
Institution and the most significant hire in college football last year.
Nice out pattern that is complete. That's Ballard. Tonight have been just through the roof, and a great area of improvement as Hayden carries. Again, quick out to Ballard. Jacob James is now operating at center. And here's McCord's pass underneath. Got some pressure off the
pulse of how to deal with the modern athlete.
Ooh, that's a close line backfield. And McCord will let it fly. And there it is. With a marker down And a first down for Jaden Ballard. We'll check the flag. Greg Blum is our referee. 13-yard pickup.
Personal foul, roughing the passer.
Yep.
Defense number 85. Half this goal, automatic. First down.
Hayden's having some night, isn't he? Look at that. Down to the 2. Is another flag down? I believe there is. Yep. Well, we start the fourth quarter with a few yellow hankies on the playing field.
Illegal substitution. Defense 12 players in the field.
A complete game, too.
Stay healthy.
Yep.
Hayden burrows to
It's about enthusiasm. It's about passion. Finish.
Don't. It doesn't matter who you're playing.
That's right. Doesn't matter.
There it is. Touchdown, Hayden. That was a night in the Mid-South and the Midwest. Ruggles with the extra point. John.
Well, we're not supposed to carry these things over from year to year, but it's hard for me to ignore what he carried over from last year. The numbers were off the charts. Ooh, knocked her.
Micah Kelly.
Oh, man. Notre Dame last week.
Kelly. Cord just comes into the game. It's amazing. New quarterback in the game now for Toledo. And
he just hadn't had the compliment at the wideout position in particular. And Sabi Penny, his roommate, not much from the running back spot.
Well, from Jason.
7-2 at the house. Pretty good, pretty cool.
TC Caffey is in the game, and there's a little out pattern thrown. There's so much talent at wide receiver as well as at quarterback. Little naked bootleg action, and it is wide open to Ballard. Jaden Ballard down the sideline.
Nice push away.
It is touchdown. 72 yards. First career touchdown for Jaden Ballard.
Ballard had Mike Goldman in his hip pocket, and I loved how he extended his arm and pushed him way at the last minute, man. Beautiful.
Your old coach. I'm thinking about Barry Switzer now. He's had a long day of travel back from Lincoln, Nebraska, probably watching this right now.
Yeah, nice job of seat. Listen, that's fundamental, guys. I know you get it.
Barry Switzer was thinking the same thing.
That's right, Spencer. Great way to put the ball.
He's probably right now he'd be saying to you to score points.
Which is even more impressive. We played the game in the phone booth, man.
November 9th, 2019. Helped bring them out of the gloom and doom. Jacques Stewart. And another one stopped behind the line.
To do that, number 90.
Gleason rolling. And on the curl, he finds an open receiver out to Nito. The other two for touchdowns. 40 and 50 yards. Stewart. Exactly what Jim Knowles wants. Stewart. Look at that conversion. The linebacking core.
Find who he's like and what his personality is. He said, well, he'll get in your hip pocket a little bit if you get out of line.
Third down.
Oh, speaking of getting in your hip pocket. But, man, he's got to be careful about that.
Saw some old film of Jack Tatum there. And there's the
ball's out.
Yeah, it's out, and it's recovered by the Buckeyes. The backside pressure led to the turnover. And on top of it is Getot for the Buckeyes. Pressure coming off the side here. And it's Jean Baptiste that knocked it free before the recovery. 6'3", 210. Nation's overall 43rd top prospect. Six Bowl game got his attention during his recruitment. What do you think? Caffey, a little stretch play that's a bit of a rock star, not just on campus, but with Ohio State players.
Did you notice the similarity?
Yeah. Look at this pop out. There goes TC Caffey. Wow! It's a touchdown. 51 yards. So much for my emptying the bucket. His first career touchdown. I'm sorry, Jerry, we'll have to wait. Your Buckeyes won't stop scoring. Wow, what a run.
The well is deep here, inside zone again. They had him dead to rights, you know, he just kept fighting, right? All those big hogs up front doing an excellent job of blocking for him. Jacob James in there as well. Jacob did a wonderful job, the redshirt sophomore, of clearing the path for him. He shouldn't have gotten 2 yards out of that when he bounced it for a score.
Couple of arm tackles. The Rockets, I think, have gotten a little tired, even their backups. But boy, oh boy, this is now Ohio State's second most total yards, promoting his home by praising Hayden on Twitter. They're still with us as Willie Shaw is now checked in at running back, number 32. He'll tote it. Again, nothing doing, maybe a yard. It didn't matter.
And the thing is, he knew he had to do it just to even have a chance.
That's right. They had no Big 12 title game. They changed that. And the after Knowles was a player. So he feels like, hey, I'm in pretty good shape too, right?
Well, Knowles is
on first down. It's Shaw again.
Wallace had the jet working, man.
No doubt about it. Stretch play for Willie Shaw, and he's met. But you know what? This kid's playing hard.
And it takes a special player to play this type of defense, and it all begins with what's between the ears.
Launched his career before going to Utah. He was at Bowling Green.
Oregon State.
And then 2018 Oregon State, 77-31.
Okay, that makes sense. I remember that.
And it's Ohio State we're talking about. That's
nice.
I'm sorry. He sounds just like his dad. Noah Eagle will have the. But they're still here, want more. They're getting really greedy. And I think he made the first down. I think that Devin Brown.
This has been a debacle there. Nature of what they're doing defensively. You're scared in the 70 spot. I'll give up 3 or 4 explosive plays, man, if you can match that.
Well, we will be with you next week from the Palouse, where Oregon, coming off a huge win against BYU at home in Corvallis today, will be taking on Washington State. Well, that'll do it from Columbus. For Spencer Tillman, our entire Fox Sports crew, this is Tim Brando. Let's get you out to Los Angeles. Ian's son, Noah, is standing.
Get wavy again, bro. Okay, let's skate. Bad bitch finna come my way. Going 90 when I'm on the highway. Can't go high without the high. Ay.